Alright, so as you saw, there was some audio issues with my first attempt at this, so now we're doing post commentary for my first ever battle. So yeah. Anyways, this is my team, and they got just about everything I expected. So yeah, I'm expecting the Crocodile lead, so I'm leading my Hisui and Zora hidden as Altaria to try and get off a taunt so they can't set up stealth rocks. And yeah, I'm just checking to make sure, and then I go for the taunt. I really think about it. Yep, I went for the taunt, and now I'm expecting rocks, and I'm also expecting to outspeed here. Okay, I was not expecting them to attack just off the bat, but anyways, it really sucked getting revealed that quickly, but I got the taunt off anyways, so they can't set up rocks against me. And you can see my confusion as I frantically hover over both of them. And I'm considering switching out, although I realize that it's probably not a good idea as I'm just going to get knocked off again. So I decided to just go for the knockoff myself, just to hopefully some damage and maybe knock off their item, but they outspeed me anyways. And yeah, Hisui and Zoro didn't really get to do much, but it's fine because now I can bring out. It's a Titan. So yeah, my Titan is built just very offensive, so I just go for the knockoff. Uh, I'll be honest, I forgot to check for their Terra type, so I got very lucky that I didn't go for Ice Spinner there. But yeah, knockoff was really good. I got rid of their EVLA, and now I am. Uh, I don't remember what I'm checking for, but I'm checking. I'm calculating something. Okay, after calcing, I decide to go for liquidation, and it gets the KO. And yep, that earthquake was it did about as much as I expected. Okay, so he sends out Charizard, and I am scared. So I look around my team for a little bit, and I know it's faster than me because it's a Charizard. So yeah, I hovered over Substrika because that's basically my answer for this thing, but I can't just hard switch into it, so I just go to Altaria since it resists. And I try, basically just trying to scare it out right now because I don't want to deal with it. I think I'm calcing something right now, although I don't know exactly what. I think I'm calcing Dragon Claw to see if I can go for a safe Dragon Claw on this thing. Okay, I decided to go for the Brave Bird, and they switched into Quillfish, and it does decent amount. This thing, this Altaria was max attack with, yeah, it was meant to one shot Hitmonchan with Brave Bird. But yeah, it does some good damage to Quillfish, and now I think I'm calking again for Quillfish. So I just decided to hard switch to Zipstrika, and I keep skipping turns, so I'm not sure what just happened. He set up Toxic Spikes. That's what happened. So yeah, I'm looking at the two, making sure I outspeed because I was questioning if my Zepstrika would outspeed a Quillfish. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to see if I can predict the Go-Goat to come in because I did prepare an overheat for it, but I decided to play it safe and go for Volt Switch. And they do switch in the Go-Goat, which I do like that I didn't go for the read because it would have been really bad if I had. And I switched to Reboot. Probably just trying to scare out the Go-Goat and go for a free U-turn on it. And that's exactly what happened. That did a lot of damage, but now I'm unsure of what this Go-Goat's about to go for. So I'm just going to switch into Haunter because I feel like it's the safest option. And I keep skipping turns, and I don't know what move I just used, what it just used on me. But it didn't do much damage. And now I'm thinking about Will-O-Wisping it, so it can't do, so it's going to be pretty useless against the rest of my team. But I instead just go for the KO. It survives on 3 HP, or 3%, I guess. And I do just pick Shadow Ball to go for the KO. Just get rid of this thing. Because, funny story, literally a day before this battle, I got swept by a Go-Goat, and I know I do not want to talk about it. Okay, they do bring in Hitmonchan, which Haunter was made specifically to bully Hitmonchan. So which is why I brought Will-O-Wisp, which I just checked to make sure it didn't have anything that would deal with it. So I burn it, and the knockoff barely doesn't kill because of the Will-O-Wisp. Gets rid of my Eviolite, which isn't the best, but it's fine. And I also prepared Plane Split, just in a scenario like this where I was low on health. Do I go for it? I don't remember. I'm very indecisive, but I decided to go for the Pain Split, gain back some health, and survive the second knockoff with barely any HP. I decided just to go for the Shadow Ball to get rid of that Hitmonchan because it's terrifying. And they send in Frostlass, which right now I'm considering if I should just attack or switch out because I know this thing will outspeed me, but I kind of want to get some damage on it. I make the decision to stay in and just sack my hit on my Haunter. And now I'm worried about the spikes, but I decide to send in Zepstrika. I decide to send in Zepstrika and just launch an overheat, I guess. See how much it does. Would have O-code, but it has a focus sash. It gets a free Shadow Ball, which does most of my health. Was that a crit? I think that was a crit. I keep skipping through these turns, so I don't know what it was. I go for the Volt Switch and get to finish off the Go-Go and switch out. So right now I'm worried about the Quillfish because I'm switching out, which means my electric type's leaving, and I'm worried about them sending that in against whatever I bring out. But now since I brought out Altaria, they're likely gonna bring out Frostlass. But I brought my Altaria with a Yachi Berry, so I should be able to survive, hopefully, anything they throw at me. I think right now I'm calcing to see if it can kill me with the Yachi Berry, and I'm scrolling to see how much damage Frostlass did last time. But I give up eventually and just decide I'm just gonna go for it. So I go for the Dragon Claw, and it survives on 1% with because of the Yachi Berry. This is why I love Altaria. It's just so bulky, even though it has a 4 times weakness. And now I'm terrified of this cool fish, but I'm just gonna I'm gonna go for a roost in hopes that it can't do anything to me. Yep, and they go for the Aqua Jet to get rid of my Altaria before I can roost. So I send out Zebstrika against the thing that just used Aqua Jet. Yep. I forgot it used Aqua Jet. And now I am frantically like, what did I just do? So I send it into Titan in hopes that it can take a hit. They go for the liquidation. I barely survive. I launch a knockoff. It does about half. And now I'm just down to reboot. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I think at this point I realized that I don't know. I don't think I can win. So I just decide to go for a differential. And with Libero, I think that if I go for Sucker Punch, it should kill. And I kind of have to go for it because they have Aqua Jet. It doesn't quite kill, but Liquidation does not kill me either. And so I have to launch another Sucker Punch. And now it comes down to if Reboot can one-shot a Charizard with Sucker Punch. And believe it or not, it cannot. Alright, so that was my week 1 battle. First ever Draft League battle. It's a little sad to start off on a loss, but considering it's my first ever Draft League battle, losing 1-0 isn't the worst. We can all agree that Zebstrika and Quillfish incident didn't happen. And yeah, even though that did happen, after talking to Nick after the battle, his Charizard was scarfed, so I probably would have lost anyways, so it didn't actually matter. But it was very sad that was on camera. I don't plan to let this loss discourage me in any way, and I will continue to improve throughout the season, and hopefully I can win my next week to make it even and maybe get my run back on Nick later. Alright, well, thank you for watching, and see you next week.